Welcome back to Boom and Bust. I'm your host, Tony Clement, here with Claudette McGowan. She is CEO of Protexxa Inc. And Claudette, we are going to get back to cybersecurity, I assure you, but I do want to make the point that you have been celebrated as a Black and female success story. And I'd just love to get your sense of how you feel maybe that your experiences can help others gain a recognition and success.
Yeah, I have the privilege of doing things I love to do. So helping people, enriching lives, solving, some of the things on the world's to-do list. Cyber, if you look at the World Economic Forum, cybersecurity, cyber, insecurity is a big challenge. And so as a woman in an industry that, of course, is male dominated, everything in technology, you'll find more men in the room than women. What I've found is, differentiating myself, focusing on, going after the fire, trying to put the fire out, and not running away from difficult situations and challenges has really helped me. And I've had a ton of supporters. And I know we talked about that earlier, but having mentors, having sponsors, people who can advocate for you when you're not in the room, that's been a big part of my career. So again, being a woman in tech, you're going to be a trailblazer. You might get cut, you might get bruised, but we keep doing it because it's worth it.
Yeah, just got to keep on going. You're absolutely right. So just jumping back into cybersecurity, obviously, it's a $1 trillion market now worldwide. It's just incredible. So you're saying, I mean, maybe this is part of your pitch, but it seems to be in a state of perpetual demand now. There's always new cybersecurity risks that have to be taken on. Is that a fair assumption?
Absolutely. According to the FBI, cybercrime has quadrupled since the pandemic. So, as we ran to get online and, embrace digital transformation, the cyber criminals have taken note and are also taking advantage of the fact that there's more people online, less sophistication. And so this is a prime time for leaders, around the world to say, what are we doing? How do we make sure that we're as secure as we need to? And 90% of the time when you hear about these cyber hacks, it happens through a human. So there's this infamous saying that, if you're a real cyber, criminal, you're going to go and hack people, not systems. So we have to make sure we're keeping the people as safe and as aware and trained as possible.
Let's talk about AI then, because you did reference that earlier, and just like everything else, it just appears to be a game changer. So tell us a little bit about how that's affecting your industry as well.
Yeah, so there's amazing tools out there. Not to call anyone out, but I think companies like Halcyon for using AI for ransomware protection, CrowdStrike for what they do around MDR and endpoint protection. There's a really amazing set of tooling that's using AI. So I always say to business leaders, if you're not using AI to protect your environment, know that the cyber criminals are using AI to penetrate the environment. So
Right.
it's really important that any type of advanced technology, we're staying on top of it and we're using it, for good, because of course it also can be used for evil.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit more about the latter. So how are these criminals using AI to help them?
Yeah, so we're seeing like the weaponization of voice. So your voice signature certainly is one method that we're tapping into things like AI. There's things around, ransomware as a service is another thing that is quite prevalent where, it's not this expert in a room doing these nefarious things. You're actually providing these services that you can get on the dark web and other places with just a credit card. So just understanding that whether it's, using advanced technology to get access to these systems or using advanced technology to cause, crime and cause harm, it is definitely at play. You're seeing things around deep fake, so facial impersonations, putting faces on different bodies. There's a ton of different ways, unfortunately, Tony, to cause harm. And so it's really important that you understand when there's an attack, what was the anatomy of the attack? How did the attack occur? What are some of the indicators of compromise? So if you see something happen in another market or another country, you don't just say, oh, too bad for them. You have to understand what actually happened there and how do you make sure for your company, your organization, your association that it doesn't happen to you. So learning from every kind of cyber incident is really critical. So I say when it comes to cybersecurity, it's an industry where we collaborate, not compete.
Yeah, no, I think that's a really important point because the attacks are coming from the world, and therefore it's not just battling something in Canada. It really is a worldwide ecosystem that you have to contend against. We're going to continue with our conversation with Claudette McGowan. We're going to take a brief break. Please stay with us.